A man hid in my backseat, begging for help, and I drove him straight to the police. I am genuinely terrible at dating, like catastrophically bad. Once I sneezed so hard on a first date that I knocked over my water glass, which somehow caused a domino effect that ended with the waiter wearing our appetizer. Another time I got so nervous I accidentally called my date Dad instead of Dan, a whopping total of 3 times before he suddenly got an emergency phone call and had to leave the restaurant early. So when I matched with this new guy who was funny and cute and didn't immediately give me the ick, I was cautiously optimistic. This could be different. This could be the time I don't completely humiliate myself. The night of the date, I showed up feeling actually confident for once. I'd worn my nice blue dress. I hadn't tripped walking in. My date was already there looking even better than his photos. There was another couple joining us too, a girl I'd matched with on Tinder's double date feature. After years of disaster dates, I've learned to have backup plans, and safety in numbers felt smart. The other couple arrived right after me, and I did introductions like a functioning human. We ordered drinks, appetizers, and everything was going great. Then my date leaned in close and whispered, "You know what I like about you? You seem like the kind of girl who knows when to keep her mouth shut." I laughed nervously, assuming it was a weird joke, but his eyes stayed flat and cold for just a second too long before his smile came back. Something in my stomach twisted. The other couple started asking my date questions that made my anxiety spike even more. "So what do you do for work?" the girl asked, leaning forward a little too intensely. "Finance," my date said, shifting in his seat. "I mean, I used to be. I'm taking some time off." Her date nodded slowly. "And what city did you work in before?" I didn't say. My date laughed, but it sounded forced. The girl pulled out her phone and showed him a photo. His own mugshot stared back at him. "Does this look familiar?" My date's face went white. Her date smiled like a shark smelling blood. "You stole $400,000 from your boss and got yourself arrested. Then your wife spent every penny she had to keep you out of jail and bail you out. This woman gave up her savings for you, and you just vanished on her." My brain was loading like a computer from 2003. The girl looked at me. "Sorry about this. We're bounty hunters. We get paid to catch people who run from the law." She turned to my date. "And we've been tracking your dating profile for weeks, waiting for you to slip up. You're coming with us." What happened next went by so fast I thought I was hallucinating. My date grabbed the table and flipped it like he was in an action movie. Wine, pasta, and crab dip went everywhere. I got hit with a full glass of red wine directly to the chest. He bolted for the door. The bounty hunters sprinted after him, shoving past a busboy. And me? I'm sitting there covered in wine and marinara sauce, watching the chaos unfold like I'm in a fever dream. A waiter appeared and said, "Ma'am, someone needs to pay for this." Of course that someone ended up being me. I handed over my credit card and tipped generously because that poor server didn't deserve any of this. I stumbled to the parking lot. My nice dress was destroyed. My dignity was gone. I just wanted to go home. I climbed into my car, and that's when a voice came from my back seat. "Oh, thank God, they're gone." I screamed so loud I'm pretty sure I damaged something permanent in the back of my throat. "Keep it down, will you? They might still be in the area," my date told me, as he was crouched behind my seat like a gremlin. Meanwhile, I was covered in wine and panicking. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it. "Would you mind dropping me off at home? I'll give you directions," he asked me, like we were friends. Then I remembered the way he'd looked at me earlier. "You seem like the kind of girl who knows when to keep her mouth shut." "Sure," I heard myself say. My voice was calm. He gave me directions and I started driving, my knuckles white on the steering wheel. I pulled into the police station parking lot and my date's whole demeanor changed instantly. "What are you doing?" His voice dropped low. "This isn't my house." "No," I said. "It's not." He lunged forward between the seats and grabbed my throat. "Drive, now." His face was inches from mine, and I could see it clearly now. The mask was gone. This wasn't some charming guy who made bad choices. This was someone who'd stolen hundreds of thousands of dollars and abandoned the woman who saved him. "You're going to regret this," he said. "You have no idea who you're messing with." One of my hands found the door handle, while the other ripped his hand off my throat. "Maybe not," I said, "but I know who you are now." 2 cops were already walking toward my car. He tried to bolt again, but there was nowhere to go. As they hauled him away, he kept shouting threats, telling me I'd be sorry. I sat there shaking until one of the officers came back and told me there was a reward for information leading to his capture. The reward money covered the dinner bill and a new dress.